Hello everyone and welcome to the latest video on the channel. Today we will be discussing Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City sequel, because I think, considering what Resident Evil is, considering the past movie franchise, considering games and everything Resident Evil has been doing the last 25 years, Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City will have a sequel. I think that's a must, because this is a huge and massive franchise and there is so much money involved, and I think there will be a sequel. Now, what this sequel will be about, when will it be released, that's something we don't know exactly at this point, but something we can discuss, because there are several clues about the said topic, mostly coming from the director himself. Now, we will dig into this interesting article I found on the web by Looper, on Looper website. You can find it yourself, link is there, everything is there, you can see it clearly. So we will dig into it. I will skip these few paragraphs, because they are talking about Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, the first part. So we are going to skip that. It's briefly it's saying that Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City is based on the first and second game and all of that. You already know that. So we are going to skip that and we are going to dig into this. The next Resident Evil movie could look a lot like Resident Evil 4. Why? Because director himself said so, and we are going to dig into that part, because that's the very interesting part for us. So, in an interview director gave for SFX magazine, is that how you say it? Roberts talked his plans for the next Resident Evil movie. If director is already going through his plans for the future projects, and he's discussing it with the media, then I think we are going to have a sequel. It's Resident Evil. I mean, come on, we are going to have a sequel. This was a low budget movie. There is no way that this movie won't earn, that it won't have positive box office, with how many fans Resident Evil has and how low of a budget this movie had. It will earn like most horror movies do. So, as we can see here, I will quote, you can read for yourself, but I will be polite enough and I will quote. Roberts said, "I'm obsessed with the fourth game." Roberts said. Yeah, sorry for blowing into the mic. Referring to the 2005 title Resident Evil 4, which was originally released on GameCube, but is now available on every platform in the universe. I could very much see that becoming part of the next installment. There's a lot of interesting lore and tiny details that we have brought into this movie, but would be amazing to expand on. There are characters that we didn't use in this game that we would love to expand upon in the next movie. There's also a different side of Resident Evil with Village and Resident Evil 7, where it's much darker, more horrific world. So, I guess that it's not just Resident Evil. I mean, the director did point out Resident Evil 4 as he's obsessed with it. But he also talked about Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 7. Now, when it comes to Resident Evil 4, I think that would be a cool adaptation. If they stick to it. Send Leon in an abandoned Spanish village, make this whole conspiracy with Ada and Wesker around it, and give him monsters to fight. It's simple. You don't need to complicate things, just leave it at that story-wise. Now, with Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8 Village, I think those would be fantastic cash cows. I mean, I don't know how that sounds, but Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village made Resident Evil franchise even more popular. Resident Evil Village, it was everywhere. Everybody on YouTube was doing let's plays, reviews and all kind of stuff, live streams. Everybody was talking about Resident Evil Village when it came out, and it blew records away. Both Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8 Village, those two were very popular, even for a Resident Evil for a Resident Evil game. Like they were really popular. I won't go down into this because you're just saying what Resident Evil 4 is about. We already all know that, but this was like the interesting part for me, and that's why we made this video. I just wanted to point out to people out there who had seen Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City and have been wondering, are we going to have the sequel? Like, this is the official statement. Like, this is all we have for now. Director wants it. Director wants to expand on the first movie. Director already has like certain projects in his mind. Like he has ideas, and he has ideas based on either Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 7 and Village. So yeah, like all we need now is a confirmation from a studio, from Sony. So yeah, at least that's how it goes. At least I think so. But like, why I wouldn't love a game based on Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village? They would probably once again make one movie out of two games. Like, I'm completely sure of it. Like, they would mix Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village into a single goddamn movie, and that's something I really don't like. Like, I don't want to see that again. Like, already seeing Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City was enough. Like, I don't need a repetition of that when it comes to mixing several games into a single movie. I really don't want that. So, with that out of the way, like, there is another reason why I don't think they would... like, I don't want them to come to Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village at this point, because they would be skipping over a lot of story and a lot of character development, and I really don't want them to do that. So Resident Evil 4 would be a perfect jumping point, because after Resident Evil 4 they can do Code Veronica if they want, because Leon's story is Leon's story. Like, they can do it separately, and they can still do Code Veronica afterwards. Like, it can be done. It can be like fixed when it comes to timeline. It's not that hard, because Resident Evil 4 was pretty secluded game when considering overall story of Resident Evil as a franchise. So yeah, everyone, that's that for this video. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button, show me your love. And if you want to see more of this, hit that subscribe button. 90% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed. That's a shame. That's a bloody shame. So hit that subscribe button as well, and hit the bell so you don't miss any Resident Evil content in the future. Down in the comment section, tell me, did you watch Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City? What do you think about it? And if you hadn't seen it, do you want to see it? Do you plan to see it? And what do you expect from Resident Evil sequel? Where do you think it will go? What will happen? Will it be better? Will it be worse? Tell me anything you want down in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, stay healthy, stay awesome. I'm Mikey, and you are fantastic people. Bye.